everyone, thanks for joining us today on this podcast called Your Passport to a Cybersecurity Career. And I'm your host, Jalpa Bhavsar. I am also a cybersecurity practitioner, mother, leader, mentor, and a speaker. On this podcast, I invite experienced security professionals around the globe and find out how they build a successful career in cybersecurity. So today, my guest is Sabika Ishaq. She is from Luxembourg and she is a CISO at Grant Thornton, Luxembourg, and a president at WomenCyberForce. I've met Sabika a couple of years ago at a cyber leadership course that we did together, and I've seen Sabika go strength to strength in her career. It's my absolute pleasure to have Sabika here today. Welcome, Sabika.
Thank you very much, Jalpa. I am pleased to be here as well, and especially sharing my experience with everyone out there. Thank you for inviting me.
Pleasure. So let's dive into it, Sabika. I'm curious to know, what did you study at uni and what did you have in mind as a career back then?
Yes, that is a very interesting question, and you know, when someone asks me what I studied in school, I always say that having my roots from South Asia, it's not very difficult to guess that I studied sciences and mathematics in high school, and then after that, I was quite intrigued with the new technologies and the vast opportunities that IT offered at that time. So I chose to do bachelor's and then immediately my master's degree in information systems and management. At that time, there was no cybersecurity. However, as soon as I graduated, I got an opportunity to sit for the competitive exams for the United Nations Development Program. And from there, my career took a very different turn as compared to what I had envisaged initially. And the next 8 years I spent in development and research, very different to what I had initially envisaged.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's very interesting. And when did you really think of working in IT security? Like, as you mentioned, it wasn't like called cybersecurity back then, of course. So tell us about that.
Yes, so you know, although my degree was it was in information systems and management, and like I said, I spent my first professional years working in the development sector itself, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But then, you know, with the technological advancements and the changing threat landscape that came with these technologies, it really inspired me to pivot back into the field that I had initially studied. And so then I just undertook some courses and I achieved a certification in cybersecurity before kickstarting a career in this field. And then I learned that, you know, if you can excel in cybersecurity by bringing a fresh and different approach with a set of transferable skills that you have honed over the years of experience that you may have gained in a totally different field. But when you bring those transferable skills in cybersecurity itself, it brings a very fresh and different perspective. And you know, now today, IT security or cybersecurity is a very dynamic field and constantly expanding. And so it is a profession that offers multiple opportunities for development, career path, and learning, and you never stop learning. And I think that is what really attracted me to this field. Whether you are looking to work your way into a management role or you want to work with new technologies, the only thing that will limit your growth is your desire to learn.
Thank you, Sabika, for sharing that. That's really powerful. And that's kind of a purpose why I'm running this podcast, is to inspire people from the journey of people like you who have done it successfully. And today we've got so many jobs in cyber which are unfilled. So pivoting career or using transferable skills can come in really handy in today's job market. So moving on to the next question, I want to find out what skills did you gain in your prior roles that kind of help you in the first cybersecurity role? Like, what were those transferable skills that you could straight away use, or was there a moment of like, aha, and you discovered a transferable skill that was going to be useful in cybersecurity career?
Yes, like you said, Jalpa, that when you gain those transferable skills, they never go to waste. And specifically in cybersecurity. So prior to transitioning in cybersecurity, I was in research and development sector, where I worked on projects related to, very different aspects. So, for example, decentralized governance, it was on ESG, and leveraging basically technological connectivity solutions to remote underdeveloped areas. However, the skills that I learned from there helped me with progressing in cybersecurity as well. So, for example, first skill. Let's talk about the first skill, the analytical thinking. Why do we need analytical thinking in cybersecurity? Well, the ability to analyze complex problems, identify different patterns, and uncover vulnerabilities is essential in cybersecurity. And therefore, you need those analytical thinking skills to be able to bring about, to be able to identify those different patterns and vulnerabilities. Then next was the problem solving. So how do you do that? Cybersecurity professionals need very strong problem-solving skills when it comes to incident management. And who would know better than you yourself, Jalpa, coming from that kind of a background? You need investigative skills. You need to develop innovative solutions. And you need to develop aspects of mitigating threats and risks that come your way. And also then, last but not least, it was communication skills. And it is extremely important to have those communication skills when you're trying to leverage, that with your teammates, with the people that you are going to deal with the staff members when it comes to cybersecurity awareness training, etc. So all these skills that you learn from your previous experience can very well help you in your career path in cybersecurity as well, especially when you pivot into this field.
That's beautiful, Sabika. I love it. And some of those skills you identified and was able to use successfully in cybersecurity, they don't like need any effort to develop like cybersecurity skills, right? They are skills which can come from variety of different jobs or roles, like communication, problem solving. And I'm a big believer that cybersecurity is a, game of problem solving. It's just about identifying what problem you're trying to solve and the language you need to use with different stakeholders in the job. So that can be kind of used for anyone trying to get into cybersecurity, understanding the problem they want to solve and they're passionate about. So yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. So from there on, I would like to ask you, because I'm sure you would have been in this situation or you have heard stories in the industry as well, that a lot of the times I've seen a lot of people in my network who have done cybersecurity certifications, or they've done, a course in uni or TAFE, and then they're trying to find a job and they get knocked back saying you don't have number of years of work experience, or you have this certification but you don't have that. So what is your advice to those people, like the aspirants who are trying to get into cybersecurity, trying to get their first role? What advice would you give to them?
Yes, the challenges that you pointed out just now, Jalpa, I faced those challenges as well when I decided to pivot back into cybersecurity. However, before I answer your questions, I would just like to, throw in just a small teaser. And although cybersecurity is an extremely, extremely exciting career, and I wake up every morning looking forward to going to work because I know that there are new challenges waiting for me. So, all those new aspiring cybersecurity specialists or professionals or practitioners, I would like to say that if you're expecting a career more in line with Hollywood's presentation of security professionals, then I think you should think again. The vast majority of roles in cybersecurity do not require you to jet around the world, dodging bullets or getting scan results in milliseconds, or being able to immediately identify malicious code by its red color. But however, having said that, and on a more serious note, I would like to share what I did in order to, have this successful career that I have today in cybersecurity itself. And the most important part that I would say and really emphasize on is the importance of networking with the InfoSec community. And that's how I met you as well, Jalpa, through the networking process. And there are wonderful role models and peers and InfoSec specialists who are out there that you can get in touch with, and they are always willing to help you, guide you, and offer mentorship. And I even remember getting in touch with you, Jalpa, when I was preparing for one of my panel discussions and I needed to discuss the topic with a specialist, and that topic was in your specialist field. So I reached out to you, and I still remember that you spent your whole evening actually guiding me and having the discussion on that, which was extremely appreciated. So I would say, always leverage on that networking aspect of InfoSec community, because they are there to help you out. And then the next part is the power of knowledge can never be underestimated. So you should focus on learning as much as possible by joining InfoSec communities, attending courses, and upskilling yourself by perhaps maybe looking into various certifications that are out there. And so be determined and go to these cybersecurity events and conferences, and even consider volunteering on these events, because such valuable experience will help you grow and develop new skills and help you to meet these awesome people from the InfoSec community that are out there. So I would say that, be a learner and strive to do your best.
That's awesome advice. And first of all, thank you for the myth buster around doing cybersecurity job, how it looks like day to day. It's nothing like a Hollywood movie. I loved your analogy and storytelling. That was amazing. And yeah, networking. I stand by that, and I kind of try and network with a lot of people, and thank you for reaching out when you did, and how we've bonded together, and now we're helping each other, and together we are collaborating, communicating, and sharing our knowledge that helps someone else in the community. So that's the beautiful part about cybersecurity community, and that gets me excited every day, doing what I do as well. So thank you. So the next thing, I think, segue from advice for cybersecurity students or aspirants, or pivoting their career to hiring managers, because that's the other aspect. A lot of the times, we are hearing that people don't have experience, they don't get chosen for the role. So is there something that's the managers can do differently, or they can think differently when they're interviewing candidates from different backgrounds? What would your advice be for hiring managers to solve the cybersecurity skill shortage?
Yes, I think that is a very, very important topic that you're touching today, Jalpa, because, in today's dynamic job market, the concept of linear and traditional career paths is long gone. And I think this is something that the hiring managers should consider, because we all have a story with different story to tell, with different professional journeys packed with varied backgrounds and transferable skills, like I said right in the beginning. So, different backgrounds in cybersecurity bring significant value to the field. So, for example, okay, if a hiring manager is looking for technical backgrounds such as computer science or engineering that provide a strong foundation in understanding the system and the vulnerabilities and the developing secure solutions, that is fine. But those people who are coming from non-technical backgrounds, so for example, such as psychology or law or business management, I think they are equally capable of contributing to the legal, human, and strategic aspect of cybersecurity, including, the biggest pillars of compliance, of risk assessments, and policy development, which are big pillars within cybersecurity. Yes. So the diverse backgrounds foster a multidisciplinary approach, and it enhances the problem-solving aspect in the team itself, brings innovation and comprehensive protection against those cyber threats that we are facing today with these technological advancements. So, the hiring managers must consider looking into hiring profiles from diverse career backgrounds with a focus of building that multidisciplinary teams that is the need of the hour, specifically in cybersecurity.
That's amazing. Thanks for sharing that, Sabika, because I have time and again seen feedback from hiring managers that person's not technical enough. But as you rightly explained, that not all the roles in cybersecurity are purely technical, and there are roles where diverse backgrounds can add value together with focusing on the problem at hand in cybersecurity. So that's very important to share. And as I say that cybersecurity skills are like visa, are like a passport. Like you have a passport, you want to go to a country overseas, you need passport, but then you also need a visa. So that's transferable skills or the mindset that can be the visa to the country you want to go to, although you have a passport in terms of the cybersecurity skills. So together that can be like an entry to the first cybersecurity role for anyone who's looking for jobs out there or who's looking to pivot their career in cybersecurity. So thank you so much for your time today. We have come to an end of the show today, but I appreciate your time and sharing your insights with us. Would you like to share your LinkedIn with the audience today? I can put that in the show notes, and everyone can get in touch with you.
Yes, thank you so much for this opportunity, Jalpa, to come and share my experience and hopefully maybe inspire someone out there who is thinking about pivoting into cybersecurity. Like I said, it is a very dynamic field, and I would be very happy if you can put the link, and whoever wants to get in touch should and must do, because we are here, we are a small community, and we are here to help each other. So I would be very happy to help and guide if the need be.
That is so lovely. Thank you so much, Sabika. And call for action for everyone listening or watching this is that let me know how you're finding these episodes. Let me know what would you like to hear more. Do you have any questions that you want me to cover? Or are you one who has successfully pivoted your career into cybersecurity and you want to talk to me, you want to share your story, reach out. I will also share my link. Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. See you in the next episode.